playing
Hi,
that.
everybody. Hi, everybody. It's 9 o'clock on a Monday. Yay!
Yay!
Time for the virtual comedy show. Hooray! And ordinarily, this is where Brad would tell a joke. But Brad is on a boat that seems to have sprung a leak. So Wi-Fi is not their chief concern, so Brad isn't here. So we'll do a dumb joke to start things off. And it's going to be a recall to last week. That'll be fun. I don't remember the whole joke. I'm just going to tell the punchline, and then we'll start the show. So here we go. And the nun said, I don't even like chocolate. Let's start the show.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online. And though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell.
Maybe.
Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Ryan Joyce, maybe.
plus funny songs from
Carla Ulbrich, definitely.
and a Patti
Yay.
belt from Patti Vasquez.
Thank God.
And much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brad Tassell.
You've changed.
I have. But for the better, we don't know yet. We're going to find out. Since Brad is having a little trouble getting connected, I've got our good friend Carla Ulbrich. I'm going to add her to the spotlight right now.
Oh no!
Wait, or is there a Brad in the house? Did I just hear his voice? Now I'm just hearing things. All right.
I thought I heard it too.
Instead of doing a monologue like we normally do at this point, Carla and I are going to trade songs for a little while, as if we're Brad. So, Carla, would you like to begin?
Sure, but I don't think Brad would sing this. This is an homage to all of Joe's exes.
Oh,
my
yay.
husband's exes. Thank you, Joe's ex-girlfriends. He never complains. Thank you, Joe's ex-girlfriends. You make me look sane.
Oh dear.
I never wore a hand puppet everywhere and demanded to get respect. I never handed you a 7-page list of your defects. At least not yet. Anything strange I ever said doesn't even hold a candle to. If you don't stop calling me irrational, I'm really gonna fly off the handle. Thank you, Joe's ex-girlfriends. He never complains.
Not very much.
Thank you, Joe's ex-girlfriends. You make me look sane. I never said, oh my God, what's that noise? You're blinking. Could you stop that? I never showed a headless naked selfie to your friends and said, does she look fat? I wear goofy clothes and I sleep until noon. I make poopy jokes and watch SpongeBob cartoons. I sing to the dog and I talk to the plants. When I met you, I lived in a van. I'm unemployable and sing songs about butts, but after bad, crazy, I'm only nuts. Thank you, Joe's ex-girlfriends. He never complains. Thank you, Joe's ex-girlfriends. You make me look sane. I'm practically Martha Stewart. Without the insider trading.
Oh.
Just because I don't have any connections.
Hey.
Carla Ulbrich.
Thank you.
That's great.
Yay.
All right, Brad's still struggling as far as I can see, so I'm going to do a song. This is a song by our friend Andy Breckman that Andy Corwin and I do when we are actual size. It's the world's most roundabout love song. Follow along if you like.
Okay.
I'm going to do this by memory. If I get stuck, I've got the lyrics underneath this page. I'm not going to look at the lyrics unless I absolutely need it. She took a dollar bill from her wallet. She picked up a fountain pen. She wrote down the words, "I love you," next to the picture of George Washington.
Ah.
She took the dollar bill to the grocery store. She bought herself a chocolate cake. She gave the dollar bill to the grocery man. Then she went back home to wait. The grocery store man gave the dollar bill to a fat guy from Baton Rouge. He spent the bill at the hardware store on a box of flat top screws. The hardware store gave the dollar bill to a customer named Clive, who, by the way, is the son of one of the original Dave Clark Five. He spent the bill at the laundromat. They gave it to a lady named Fran. Fran's youngest son stole the bill from her purse and went to see Star Wars again. The movie theater guy spent the dollar bill on a subway ride uptown. 3 minutes later, the bill was in the pocket of a gambling man named Brown. Brown blew the bill at a poker game. He was fishing for an inside straight. The dollar went home with the man named Jones, who was sitting on a pair of eights. Jones took the bill to a savings bank. The teller's name was Dan. Dan gave the bill to a customer named Rabbi Finkelman, singing, "I am with you all the time. I can hear you loud and clear. Just give a tug along the line. You know I will be there." Anyway, the rabbi spent the bill on a ham and cheese to go. They gave the bill to a guy named Phil, who gave it to his best friend Joe. Joe had planned to spend it on some flowers for his bride, but he got mugged by a junkie named Doug in the parking lot outside. Doug's old lady spent the bill on a couple of cans of beer. She eventually becomes a very famous poet, but that don't matter here. The liquor store guy put the dollar bill in his register, but then Doug the junkie said, "Stick 'em up," and the dollar was his again. I am with you all the time. I can hear you loud and clear. Just give a tug along the line. You know I will be there. The liquor store guy gave the dollar bill to a girl named Flo. She gave the bill to a real short guy whose name I do not know. He gave the bill to another short guy who gave it to his best friend Jake. Jake took the bill to the bar and grill and ordered himself a sirloin steak. Well, later that day, I happened to say, I think I'll stop by the bar and grill. The cashier counted out my change and handed me the dollar bill. Well, I ran to a phone and I dialed in your number just as fast as my fingers would do. I said, "Baby, I just got your message. Baby, I love you too." I said, "I am with you all the time. I can hear you loud and clear. Just give a tug along the line. You know I will be there." I said, "Baby, you don't need no dime. You don't need no subway fare. Just give a tug along the line. You know I will be there. Baby, you know I will be there. Yes, I'm with you everywhere."
Yay.
Wow.
Good job.
I like
Let's
it.
check in with Brad. There's no Brad. Okay, take it away, Carla.
I actually have a follower for this.
Yay!
All right. Woohoo.
Off-brand liquid paper, packing tape that tears, a solar light that works sometimes, some batteries that suck, a shower cap that doesn't fit, a book by Simon Cowell. But what the heck, it only costs $1 at the dollar store. Everything's so cheap at the dollar store. Just throw it on the heap. You'll wonder how you spent so much. Your home now has that hoarder's touch. But think of all the savings at the dollar store. A movie starring Paris Hilton. Some Jordache-like cologne. Hey, a bag of circus peanuts. Man, am I in luck. This gift wrap has a cancer warning. Oh wow, a pregnancy test. Can you believe this only cost $1 at the dollar store? Everything's so cheap at the dollar store. Just throw it on the heap. If you want to cut down on the plastic, just stay home. No, that's too drastic. Think of all the savings at the dollar store. Saw a woman in the checkout line who only had 2 items. Seriously, I ask you, who does that? She was buying pencils and a notebook and nothing else at all. She's gotta be some kind of psychopath. At the dollar store, get your tasty cakes at the dollar store, serving up to 3-ounce steaks. If someone asks you where you bought it, you don't have to admit you got it with all your other bargains at the dollar store.
Yeah. And with that, we have covered the monologue portion of the show. So thank you, Carla, for helping us cover when we don't know what's going on. So I'm going to say goodbye for you for now, but don't go away. You'll be back. And now Brad would say, take it away, Steve. And I'd say, okay, Brad, it's time for this. As we have mentioned several times on tonight's show, I've been on the road. I am back in Nashville for 3 days. Then I'm heading back to my car, which is currently sitting in Austin at my friend Andy's ex-wife's driveway. Totally makes sense if you talk to my agent. It's fine. In the past 2 weeks, I have been to the following places: Huntsville, Alabama; Memphis, Tennessee; Atlanta, Georgia; Asheville, North Carolina; Savannah, Georgia; Sarasota, Florida; Tampa, Florida; Brooksville, Florida; Tallahassee, Florida; zipped through the bottom of Alabama and Mississippi, and then I went to Pontotoc, Louisiana, and then the place outside of Houston that doesn't suck. What's the? Oh, Galveston. That's it. And Austin. That's 2 weeks of the 9-week tour. So
Wow.
I'm a little wiped out. So tonight's top 10 category, appropriately enough, is top 10 fun things to yell out the car window in an Alabama Piggly Wiggly parking lot.
Yay!
This is drawn directly from my life, so enjoy. Top 10 fun things to yell out the car window in an Alabama Piggly Wiggly parking lot. Number 10. Excuse me, where's the Piggly Wiggly? Number 9. Howdy, what's a grit?
Oh my God. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Number 8. Hot enough for you? And are you excited about losing another civil war?
Oh.
Number 7. Pardon me, how do you spell GED? Number 6. Where can a woke-ish, atheist, semi-Jewy, snowflake dork in a Prius find a reasonably priced vegan restaurant around here? Top 10 fun things to yell out the car window in an Alabama Piggly Wiggly parking lot. Number 5. Macaroni and cheese is too a vegetable.
Oh.
I agree.
Number 4, and I'm not sure about this one. Number 4. You know why your mom can't beat up your sister? Because they're the same person. That's what I thought.
Not my mom.
Number 3. Could you please tune that banjo on your knee and then maybe drop it off a bridge?
Oh.
Number 2. Did you hear that Opie voted for Obama? Maybe it's just fun for me. That could be. And the number 1 fun thing to yell out the car window in an Alabama Piggly Wiggly parking lot. Hey, Jethro, it's inappropriate to order your hash browns scattered, smothered, groped, grabbed, scrunched, punched, pinched, lynched, spanked, slapped, sliced, and slashed, especially since this is a Piggly Wiggly. Bless your heart.
Oh.
All right. We got through that. And now,
And you made it out of Alabama.
somehow,
Right.
well, that Prius does pretty good downhill. Hey, look, everybody, it's Carla Ulbrich. It's our musical guest.
Hey.
Yay. So you know the deal, Carla. You're going to play a song as if you hadn't already played two. And then I'm going to answer somehow with the song. Or, you know what? I might answer that Dollar Tree song, Dollar Store song, because I think I got something. But anyway, first we'll do this intro, and then you take it away.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
Carla Ulbrich.
Yay.
All right. Well, I had this guy I was going out with a long time ago. He said to me, "Hey, I wrote you a song," and I was really excited and flattered until I heard it.
Oh, yep.
I've got a totally average woman. Stands about 5'3". I've got a totally average woman. Weighs about 153. Really wish he hadn't shared that. She's a mean, mean woman. Statistically mean. Average. When she walks down the street, some people notice, some don't. When she walks down the street, some people notice, but in general, most people don't. Some guys will whistle, twice as many won't. She can make a blind man hear, make a deaf man see. She could have any guy who is no better or worse than me. I've got a totally average woman. IQ of 100. That's it. She's a mean, mean woman. Statistically mean. She takes all my money, invests it in a mutual fund. She takes all my hard-earned money, invests it in a highly diversified dividend-producing mutual fund. We will probably retire in a style to which we are accustomed. Well, every night she beats me. Oh, Lord, she beats me so bad. I know, this took a dark turn. Hang in there. Every night she beats me. Oh, Lord, how she beats me so bad. She's the toughest Scrabble partner I have ever had. She can let a sleeping dog lie, send a dead man to his grave. When she was a young child, she would occasionally misbehave. I've got a totally average woman. Stands about 5'3.7". She's a mean, mean woman. Statistically mean. Baby, I would walk over room temperature coals.
Yay!
Yeah.
Carla Ulbrich tearing it up. Hey, since this is one of those shows where everything's completely upside down, at this point, I'm going to read one of Brad's jokes.
Okay.
He sent them to me. I'm going to read them. I've actually not read this, so we'll see if this is funny. Ariana Grande is playing Galinda in the film adaptation of Wicked. She's an amazing talent and will sing the heck out of the role. And one group is thrilled for Grande to play the role. And I quote, "For the first time, someone smaller than us will be a star," said the Lollipop Guild.
Oh.
You know what? I'm going to read the next one because that one went so well. Hang on. I'm copying and pasting so that I can read it in a bigger font because I can't see nothing. All right. All right. Brad Pitt has sold his estate in Los Angeles for $40 million.
Wow.
Bought the house in the 90s from the spooky mistress of the dark Elvira for $1.7 million.
Whoa.
So she plans to haunt him for 38.5 million years. And now back to Carla Ulbrich with more fun songs.
Yay!
I played another one. I thought you were going to play one. No, that's fine.
No, I did jokes instead.
Oh, I see. Okay. Here's one I wrote for a friend's wedding. Can you believe somebody asked me to play for their wedding? Have you heard my songs? Well, then they thought better and they said, "You know what? Play in the reception." That's what happened. I didn't want to do anything too sappy, so I thought I'd do something that was just a little more understated love song. My love is warmer than a day in Alaska. Softer than a coconut. Deeper than the thoughts of a supermodel.
Oh, wow.
Wider than a wide mouth bass.
Uh-oh.
My love is brighter than a solar eclipse, which happens every 54 years. My love is so much better than a sharp stick in the eye. Something happened to my heart the day that I met you. Something that I've never felt before. And all the time I felt this way, I've come to realize it's nothing that antacid wouldn't cure. My love is warmer than a bowl of vichyssoise. Softer than the finest sandpaper. Deeper than a big gulp from 7-Eleven. Wider than a filament. My love is brighter than the brightest star in a distant galaxy. And there is nothing in this world that could ever change my love. Unless I win the lottery. Once I thought the love was meant for anyone else but me. Once I thought you'd never come my way. Words cannot express the feelings that I have for you. My love is warmer than the little kid's swimming pool.
Oh.
Softer than a hypodermic needle. Deeper than the little kid's swimming pool. Wider than your mom. My love is brighter than your keychain flashlight, which, by the way, needs a battery. You are my one and only till something better comes along.
Is that where it ends? Yay! I thought there might be more. That was fantastic. Hey, let's hear it for Carla Ulbrich, everybody.
Yay!
My wacky hair. Carla, where will you be playing live or on the internet in the upcoming weeks where we can find you?
Oh, well, thanks for asking. I should have thought about that beforehand. Let's see, I have a live stream a week from Friday. That'll be on YouTube, Facebook,
It's always
Twitch.
fun and always
Yeah.
in direct
good.
competition with Janice's fun game night.
Oh,
That's only once a month.
Okay, fine.
oh, my live stream's only once a month. Hopefully it's not also the second Friday. CarlaU.com. Everything's on CarlaU.com. And then I'm playing in Branchburg, New Jersey the next day on the 15th, doing a comedy gig with a bunch of other very funny New Jersey comedians.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, and then I'm playing in Scranton on the 19th.
Nobody says Scranton as funny as you do.
And there were a lot of ways to say Scranton.
Yeah, you just say it. You put an extra in it, which I like.
Scranton.
Sounds
Alrighty.
right to me.
Well, if you're in New Jersey or Scranton, everybody go see Carla. Thank you, Carla.
Steve.
We're gonna log you off just for the I mean, not log you off, but remove you from the spotlight because it's time to bring in our pinch. Well, first of all, before I do this, I want to read another joke from Brad because it's time for the headliner. But anyway, the film Dungeons and Dragons took in $38.5 million to put a bullet in John Wick, and tied at number 3 were Scream 6 and the Christian movie His Only Son. Who do I have to stab to be number 1? Said Jesus. Always classy. That's what I like about Brad. And look, everybody, it's Jeff Shaw pinch hitting. It's Jeff Shaw.
Yay!
Yay. So Jeff, I'm gonna play the intro thing. Then you take it away. Do as much as. Let me know when you're gonna be done, so I won't be out, flossing or something. Here we go.
It's time for a big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Jeff Shaw.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Hi, my name is Jeff, and I made it to the big time. I moved from the living room to the front seat of my car.
Nice.
Steve, comes home from the road to do the show. I do it on the road. I'm that good. Well, once again, my name is Jeff, and for those of you who are seeing me for the first time out there in virtual comedy land, I know what you're thinking. No, I'm not a professional wrestler. No, I'm not a Chippendale dancer. No, I'm not Navy SEAL. However, I've been getting some hints lately that maybe, just maybe, I'm not as tough looking as I think I am. For example, I went to Cabela's to shop for a handgun, and the greeter pointed me straight to the can't eat nut. And I was at the park recently, and a toddler pointed up at me and screamed, "Mama, Mama, Mama." And I thought, oh no, this kid is so scared of me, he's crying for his mama. But then I saw his mama was a tall, skinny blonde, and I realized the kid was calling me mama. And I took it as a compliment because his mama was one hot mama. Now, for those of you who maybe can't see me very well because I'm in the dark in my car, I am a white person. I just thought I'd clarify that since I sound like Michael Jackson. But I'm not a normal shade of white. I'm an exotic shade of white. I'm no ordinary cracker. I'm a saltine.
Okay.
And unlike most white people, I acknowledge my white privilege. Thing is, what most people of color don't understand is there are different levels of white privilege. There is living in Beverly Hills white privilege and living in rural Ohio white privilege. My white privilege is more like white trash privilege. For example, last Thursday, I went to CVS with a coupon that expired on Wednesday. They honored it anyway. White trash privilege, people. And the other day, I passed the speed trap with my muffler dragging on the ground. The cop didn't even look up at his Kindle. White trash privilege. And the last time I went to Sam's Club, the greeter didn't even look at my membership card. He just said, "Welcome to Sam's Club, ma'am. Would you like one of those motorized carts you can drive around?"
Oh,
White
man.
trash privilege, bitches. Now, another thing, although I'm only 57, I'm very mature for my age. I was walking to the corner store recently, and a college kid asked me where the closest laundromat was. I said, I don't use laundromats. I'm a grown-ass man. And as a grown-ass man, I take my laundry to my mother's house. Because it's very close to where I live. Really close. I live in my mother's house. And again, as a she's my mother, not my mommy, because I'm a grown ass man. But the cool thing is, my mother is leaving me her house and her will, so I'm not living with my mother. My mother is living with me because she has white trash privilege.
That's bad.
I got another bit. Okay, here we go. So, and although I like to work, I just got from the gym, so that's why I'm in the car. I was leaving the gym and I logged on so I can watch your show, and then I found out that this is like emergency time. So I'm like the Comedy National Guard.
Marine.
Yeah, and thing is, as you can tell, I skipped my weekly training. And although I like to I to Planet Fitness. Will someone please tell me why we keep looking for intelligent life on Mars when we haven't found intelligent life on Planet Fitness? Planet Fitness is supposed to be a judgment-free zone. Yet every time I go there, the manager follows me around going, "You're behind on your dues. You're behind on your dues." And although I like to work out and eat healthy, I'm a regular healthy person, okay? That's why I hate it when professional healthy people, such as athletes or personal trainers, give me nutritional advice, because they're not normal people, all right? I'm 57 years old and weigh 165 pounds. And yet you'll never hear me giving my friends or family a hard time about their eating habits. My parents could put bacon on their oatmeal and I wouldn't say a thing. Okay, one thing, I'm in the wheel, right? I can't stand unsolicited nutritional advice, especially not from people who exercise for a living. For example, I love fruit and eat it for dessert instead of cake. But maybe too much fructose is bad for me, because I just had a peach and I hear music and voices in my head right now.
Yeah.
Either Steve needs to meet somebody or I need to up my dosage.
Let's go with both.
For example, I love fruit and I eat it for dessert instead of cake. All right. Instead of cake, ice cream, and cookies, I'll have fruit. I eat fruit instead of junk food. But one time I was walking out of a gas mart with a friend of mine who's a personal trainer. And he said, "Jeff, you might want to think twice before eating that apple in your hand. That one apple has almost as much sugar as a Snickers bar." And I was like, in that case, maybe I should go back, put the apple back, and buy a Snickers bar. And he said, "Oh, no, the apple is so much healthier than the Snickers." So I said, "Okay, how about I go ahead and bite the apple and you bite me?"
Yes.
And then he flicked me with his finger and broke my ribs. Well, another of my favorite fruits is bananas. Yet personal trainers hate bananas. You know, they would much rather see you smoke a cigar than eat a banana. You know, another time that same friend of mine said, "Jeff, you know, a banana is a major cause of belly fat, bro." And I was like, "Yeah, bro. Well, I don't eat bananas because they're the healthiest thing I can eat. I eat bananas because they're way healthier than the banana-flavored moon pie, the chocolate-covered banana, or the banana split with 8 scoops of ice cream and a gallon of chocolate sauce I'd be eating right now if I weren't eating this boring-ass banana." People love to tell you that yummy things are bad for you. You know, Jeff, Coke can take the paint off your car. You know, what does that tell you? It tells me not to pour Coke on my car. So instead, I'll pour it in my stomach where it's neutralized by stomach acid that it's so strong it'll take the paint off a Coke machine. You can't see right now, but I weigh like 160 pounds. And I'm 6'1", and my friends like to give me a hard time for skipping dessert. Even though, like, skipping dessert is the reason why I'm 6'1" and 160 pounds at 57 years old. See, my skinniness is not genetics, okay? My skinniness, my thinness is not high metabolism. What you see, this thinness, this beautiful girlish figure, it's all from cocaine. And I haven't had any in a while, though, because a grizzly bear stole my stash. But my friends like to give me a hard time. They're like, "Hey, Jeff, you want some pie?" I'm like, "No, thanks. I'm on a diet." They're like, "Well, why are you on a diet? You're thin and healthy." I'm like, "To remain thin and healthy, do you not know how diets work?" "Well, if I look like you, I eat pie every day." "But then you'd look like you again." Why are you being such a jerk? Because that's what happens when I don't eat pie. You're fat and friendly. I'm skinny and surly. Do the math, Georgie. 4D. Thank you very much. My name is Jeff, and thanks for letting me pinch hit.
Jeff Shaw.
Thank you.
Get a homer, buddy. Get a homer.
So glad you could do that. You know, our headliner was supposed to be Ryan Joyce, but we couldn't have Ryan Joyce because he's on the same internet that Brad is trying to be on. So at least we got someone who looks like his name might be Joyce. So thank you, Jeff. You're the best.
I'm going to cut now. I'm going to have some pie.
Good idea. Have something for me. Thanks, buddy.
Woohoo.
I'll see you next
Good
time.
job,
That
Jeff.
reminds me, you know, I thought I'd tell a joke. I don't usually tell jokes on this thing. I usually do the singy song in the top 10. But since everything's crazy, I was just in Florida, as I mentioned about a week ago, and I don't know if you've driven in Florida recently, but holy cow, they've got new stuff down there. They have something called road rangers. In addition to the Florida Highway Patrol, there's signs all over the place, road rangers. And I suppose they're a supplement to the Florida Highway Patrol. I don't know, but the name Road Ranger brings all kinds of things to mind that I don't think is what they meant. First of all, sounds like road rage right away, and I don't think that's a good idea. Do you know how fast you were going? Also, reminds me of the Road Runner. That's not what we're looking at. Beep, beep. You know how fast you're going? Or get hit, an anvil drops on your car. Who knows? But this bothers me. I'm sorry that this entered my head and now it's going to enter your head. It reminded me of a very mean epitaph that people used to use back in the 80s for gay men, and you probably know what I'm thinking, but I couldn't help that it popped into my head, is Rump Rangers. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but that's what that's what. And it's like, do you know how fast you were going? Stop. All right, that's enough. Enough. I think it's time for us to find Patti. Where is Patti? She's around here somewhere, because I think
Right here.
Hi. Significant meltage. I got to find you on my screen and add you to the show. There you are. Hey, everybody, look, it's Patti Vasquez.
Hello.
Yay. We're ready for some meltiness from you, so let's just get right to it.
It's time for a Patti Melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez.
From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says,
And politicians getting caught grabbing asses. She's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patti Melt.
One person on the show doing what she's supposed to do.
It has been a fun show. I've been listening to the show while I was cooking. I had my little Bluetooth in, and so much fun. You guys, this has been, it's hard when it comes to my segment, because I'm like, I really should write these things down. I feel like I've missed a lot of opportunities to write essays and like have something focused and pulled together, but it just never happens. There's too many things going on, and I change my mind. Like, one thing will happen. Like, look, I could have written a whole thing about Leslie Stahl and that interview last night. I am not the best interviewer. I started out, I'm a comic who ended up with a radio show, but I will tell you something. If I'm sitting across from some woman who's like, Democrats are all pedophiles and they just want to sexualize our kids, I would say more than, wow, okay. Anyway, so I was wondering, like, do you think you'll be able to do the crossover to Mainstream? Like, what the that was I like, for me when I was a kid, 60 Minutes was when that clock started ticking. You'd see that stopwatch and be like, oh my God, I still have homework to do. That's what 60 Minutes always meant to me. And that guy, Andy Rooney, at the end of the show, always just kind of wondering. And I was just thinking, like that sing-songy voice in him, that's 60 Minutes. Not platforming racism, misogyny, Christofascism. I mean, all the things are right there. Do you guys know that in the last week since Trump was indicted, that his approval numbers went up? Like the number of people that would rather vote for him over anybody else in the Republican Party, it went up. I don't under 34 counts. And these people, they think it's more appealing that he's been indicted because the system's against him. And I don't know if you saw this, but he said yet last night, he's trying to raise money off of this. He's raised $4 million on being indicted. This really wealthy, smart businessman, the art of the deal, that guy, he has been conning these people so much, and they're still sending him money. But yesterday he put out a video saying, if you're, God bless you, if you're not doing well, don't send me money, but it's Biden's fault. But if you're doing well, that's because I helped you. Now send me some of that money. It's the mental gymnastics And you know, like I have friends who are conservatives who say that the Democrats are no better. And I ask them, like, show me proof. Just in my neighborhood alone. I think I've told you guys this before. If you're following anything about the race for mayor in Chicago, I think I've told you guys about how conservative my neighborhood is. And as long as I can remember, when I was in grade school, I was in 6th grade when we had our first Black candidate for mayor. His name was Harold Washington, and he won the primary. We used to have primaries in Chicago for Democrats and Republicans to run for mayor, and he won the Democratic primary. And the Republicans put up somebody that nobody had ever heard of. They basically held their nose and they're like, we're going to go with the Jewish guy. Like they literally did that. and when I was in 6th grade, the kids in my class on the northwest side of Chicago, predominantly white. I was the only Latina. Me and my mom were the 0.075% Latinos. I don't know how you make up that number, but that's where we were. In sixth grade, the kids were chanting, Epton, he's our man because we don't want no African. That was in 1984, 83 maybe, when Harold Washington became the first Black mayor of Chicago. And because he won, they changed the entire election system to only have a general election. So they basically did what the Dixiecrats did, where no, they're all Democrats. We swear they're all Democrats. So now, all these years later, we now have just a Democratic Party that can run for. I mean, you have to be a Democrat generally to win, but there's no primary, so the general goes to a runoff. And now we have a candidate, I swear to God, who is being backed by people like Betsy DeVos, the Walmart heirs, all these MAGA, the FOP, everybody that thinks that January 6th was just a calm tour through the Capitol are backing this guy for mayor. And to give you an example how bad it is here, we have a family in the neighborhood that always flies a lot of really fun rainbow flags. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but rainbows are really evil. There was even a guy at Target making a video about all the shirts and how we're gayifying the kids because it was a dinosaur with a rainbow. And have you seen this? Like a skateboard with a rainbow, and the guy's wearing a pink shirt that says "God made," and then it's the symbols for the bathrooms, right? The one with it. Yeah. Well, apparently he made bathroom signs of what God made. Anyway, rainbow. I did not realize the depth and the sheer span of the rainbow catastrophe, the post-apocalyptic. My God, the post-apocalyptic disaster is going to be rainbows. Is that what's going to destroy us? Anyway, my point being, there's a family that has all these rainbow flags, and this guy started vandalizing her property, cutting them up, spray painting her house, writing POS, libs suck, all this stuff on her garage for 6 months. Was harassing this woman, would walk right up to her Ring camera with a mask on and flip off the camera. And the police didn't know who it was. The police came out and helped her repaint her garage, and this whole symbol of like, we're all in this together. And people thought, oh yeah, sure, the cops are going to help. They got the guy, and you're going to love how they got him. He left a bumper sticker on their property of Trump peeing on Joe Biden's name. And apparently only one maker of that sticker exists in the country. So they were able to track the only person in our neighborhood that bought the Trump peeing on Joe Biden. And that's how they caught this guy. So what I'm saying is, if you want to commit a crime and you have to buy a very specific sticker, make sure you order it for other people to throw them off. It's like throwing the sticker. It's like, and by the way, he lived 1 block from her house. That a neighbor of hers was doing that to her, and nobody recognized him. And here's the thing: he's probably friends with the guy who's going to win our aldermanic seat. Yay! I love this election season. Have a great day. I did 6 minutes. Look, I helped.
Patti Vasquez!
Wow.
That's great,
Guys,
Patti.
come save us. I part of me wonders if this is going to be good for me, because we're going to have a Republican as a mayor again, and that keeps me in business. I'm just saying. I'm on the air.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the silver lining, you guys.
I think you found it, but you've made us all too woke to appreciate it. Anyway. Thank you, Patti. You're awesome.
Thank you.
And
Thank
congratulations on your continued recovery. You're doing great.
Appreciate it.
All righty. Thank you, Patti. And now it's time for this.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
Hold on. I had it. Oh, it's going to go smooth and then it moved. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I'm already there.
Oh, fine. I told you.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
That went great.
Brad.
You can hear me. Look at that.
Good to see you.
We are live, everybody.
It's the end of the show.
Welcome to the show. No, it's
What
not.
was going to happen was I was going to introduce you to do a funny song, and then you'd do jokes. That would have been funny, but okay.
That's what I'm doing right. No, I was just going to come in and start doing jokes
Okay, fine.
after your thing. Okay, hi, everybody. So here we go. Hey, we are live, everybody. You know, today I saw 3 men on the ship, and they were arguing. It was the ship's chaplain and the ship's rabbi arguing about Jesus yes, Jesus no, etc. And the third man just stood there smiling. And I said, "Why aren't you arguing?" He said, "Well, I'm an atheist and I don't have a dogma in this fight." There you go. Okay, hey, here, I'll whack. I gave Steve like 3 or 4, but I'll whack through a couple of these before we finish up. A recent study showed that laughter therapy and having a positive mood is a great way to enhance physical well-being and live longer, which is proven by the fact that the people that watch this show die early and have bad backs. We've got a great show tonight, by the way, everybody. We don't have Ryan Joyce, and Jeff Shaw is going to show up. And by the way, Jeff, we could hear everything. We just couldn't see or hear, but we heard everything. And I don't know why it's working now, but Jeff, that was the funniest.
You guys couldn't see me?
We can see you.
We could see you were frozen for me. Our internet, and now someone's talking and I can hear them too. Get rid of them. Okay, so anyway, all right, well, let's go on. Let's do some of the stuff that I wrote. Okay, let's see.
I'm trying.
All right, here we go. Well, I will mention it. I'll talk about the Igna Orange Ramus has been indicted. I guess he will turn himself in tomorrow. Did you see he left Mar-a-Lago today? And there was a line. They said people were lined up for miles. It was more like a football field to see Donnie off. Ah. And Marjorie Taylor Greene told all the MAGA brainless to go to New York and protest, which many would do, but they already gave their hotel money to Trump. So that's not going to work. Also, Trumpty Dumpty took in $4 million, as Patti said. He took in $4 million after the news of the 30-count indictment, which caused an immediate reaction of indict me from Joel Osteen. And you'll notice, I had it perfect, and so I started telling jokes, and now my bandwidth has gone down. So, and Carla's going to do the worst joke, right?
Well, now you gave it away. Man, you just can't keep a secret, can you?
I can't.
Just can't.
Okay, so let's see. So, okay, so some are saying Donnie might be put under house arrest or have his passport taken away so he can't flee from prosecution. And is that what we really want? I think what we need to do is like when you capture a bear and you take it deep in the woods and you just leave the cage open so it walks away. I think a confused Donnie slowly looks out of the plane, a little nervous and looking around, and then runs out to the Kremlin. That's what I think. Then he can give lessons to the Russian military recruits on how to walk like you have bone spurs. Okay. And Steve told the Ariana Grande playing Galinda, but did you know that starring as Elphaba in the new Wicked movie is Broadway star and actress Cynthia Erivo? Did you know that? She is a wonderful choice, by the way. Of course, because the singer is black, there are racists saying that she is taking the role from what has mostly gone to a white actress, which is weird since Elphaba is green. Can we at least get to the point where anyone can play a primary or secondary color? Would that be possible? Blue, green, orange. Well, we know who plays orange, etc. I know. You know, all these red idiots make it look stupid to be white.
Yep.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to give up. Let's go. Oh,
Brad
should we beg for money?
Tassell! Fighting against unimaginable odds to be
I
funny
know.
for us.
Hey, should we? Hey, wait, Ryan's right here. Can we watch one trick? Do you have your stuff?
Yeah, let's do a trick.
Do a trick.
Everybody, it's Ryan Joyce.
Talk about being put on the spot. Hello, everybody. It'll be my job as a magician. I've got to try to magish for everybody. It's a good thing I'm not a wizard. I'll show you something with 3 cards. The values of these cards, they don't mean anything. You just need to know that there are 3. 3. That's, oh my God, 12 years of French. Here's the cards. I'm going to take them and bend them. I'll make a new shape out of these cards, just like this, by bending them in half. And then I'll make one single tear right down the middle of the cards, which is easier said than done. And we'll create a new shape. And the shape that we've created, hopefully you can see, of course, is a ring. Not 1, but 3. 3 rings, 2 empty hands. The next step is to link them.
Whoa.
Oh.
Now there's only, I'll usually try to find the center where it's linked, right here in the middle. Watch.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It links just as quickly as it was separated, but there's only one way I can free that card from the other 2. That's the traditional way. I got to use a little brute force and rip and tear those cards in half like this. But you know, if I was any kind of talented magician whatsoever, I should be able to do more than that, like go back in time and have 2
Wow.
cards.
Yay!
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Joyce. Can you do it? Hey,
Yeah.
so what Ryan's going to do is he's going to write 2 or 3 more tricks, and he'll be back April 17th from his home.
Cool.
Great
So
idea.
that'll be great. So, hey, are we going to beg for money?
Yeah, you want to do it or should I do it?
Well, since I'm here, do you want to play the thing?
Yeah.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover or a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians, because this show is a fustercluck. We have all sorts of trouble, and we need your help. By giving us money, I hate to tell you, it's not going to help my internet get better. But anyway, we can help Jeff Shaw get out of his car. That'll be fantastic. And get a better gym membership than he's got. And he is now going to get money if you donate this week. Money that I won't take. Matter of fact, this week we'll just give it to the people that actually showed up for this son of a gun, and that'll be fantastic. And we'll give Carla extra for doing extra work. Didn't she do a great job? That was amazing, everybody. That was amazing. Really, it is so heartening that when we have a problem, we can pull together and really have a great show. I mean, we heard the show, but we couldn't see or hear half of it. But it was fantastic. And you know that. So you can go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the thing. Okay, do the thing I blew there, Steve.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke.
Ooh, that was the worst joke ever.
The only problem is I can't find Carla.
You didn't bring her up. I got her. I got her. Oh, you found her.
Hi, Carla. Go for it. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Worst joke. A romance writer allegedly died by suicide in 2020, but she recently appeared online alive and well. Finally, the correct use of the word allegedly.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know, like the fact that Brad drinks only Coke Zero for breakfast. That's what you get when you watch this show. Fascinating, isn't it? We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We hope you enjoy the virtual comedy show. You don't have to dress up, no, 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 no. You can be like Brad and go commando. Every Monday it's the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com. That's right.